the rain in today's contest between the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler with Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit, and we're all set to bring you what should be a great matchup. Get ready for one powerful game. The kicker's got the ball set up, and we're ready to get this thing started. From the 8-yard line. There's a player injured down on the field. I can't see who it is. They'll take over at the 38. 1st and 10. They line up in the jumbo set. Give to the running back, and he's going to lose yardage.
This kid is something special. You got to have a certain kind of mentality to play the linebacker position.
Man, is that ever true, Coach? If you want to be the best linebacker, you have to be able to do it all. Cover the receivers, bring down the running backs, take on blocks, rush the quarterback, and sometimes call the plays for the defense.
And it's knocked away. Great defensive effort that time.
Did you see how that safety played that ball? That was a beautiful play.
They line up in the shotgun. Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he's tackled at about the 47-yard line. Well, they get all those yards, but come up just shy of the first.
Good play call, almost perfect execution, except for the fact that they're not going to get the first down.
That's why you have to run routes past the first down line. Nothing is more frustrating to a coach than coming up a couple of inches short.
They'll go to work at the 20-yard line. The defensive line moves in tight. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Looking to throw. Complete. It's the junior. Inside the 30. To the 10. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. The wide receiver flew down the field on that touchdown connection.
Well, he has the speed to stretch the defense, and his hands are getting better every single game.
This receiver sure makes it look easy. He ran a perfect post route to the middle of the field, and the defense just wasn't able to keep up.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off. Fielded at the 4. He's to the 10. There's a player shaken up on the play. They'll go to work at the 33. 1st down, 10 to go. Little handoff. Brought down around the 39-yard line. That's a nice 6-yard gain. It's 2nd and 4 to go. Ball on the 39. They go with a run, and he breaks it out of the open. He's tackled at the 44-yard line. Nice run there by the tailback, and it's good for the first.
Great effort on that little scamper. He came away with about 5 yards.
First and 10. Ball on the 44. They'll keep it on the ground again. How about that play, Coach?
Nice play from the key part of this defense. This safety is a big-time football player, and that fumble recovery shows why.
They'll start this drive at midfield. 3 wide receivers on the field. The quarterback in the shotgun. They go with the run. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
The safety made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. I recommend to the offensive coordinator a little play action and throw the fade route where the safety used to be.
That's right, Lee. These guys are shooting up there when they see run, and it only takes one time to catch him out of position and take it to the house.
Looking to throw. He gets hit out of bounds. Around the 46-yard line. About 6 yards on that completion.
Yep, it was a great job of getting away from the pressure, and they ended up getting 6 yards on the play.
Third down, and they need to get it down to the 39. They're in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Gives it left side. And he's tackled at the 43-yard line. Not much on that play, and they'll be short of the first.
I think the offense thought they'd be able to get past this defense, but they were wrong.
They're trying to pin them deep with a solid punt right here. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. Knocked out of bounds at the 26. They coughed up the pigskin the last time they had the ball. Let's see if they can hold on to it this time.
This offense really has to avoid silly turnovers.
Yeah, especially now. This offense is down a touchdown, so they could easily get back into this game by scoring some points. They could do it without the turnovers.
They go with the back, and he's got room. They get about 5 yards from the halfback.
5-yard gain on the play.
2nd and 5 coming up here. 4 wide. Scrambling around. Throws on a run, and he's got his wide receiver.
The quarterback did an excellent job of recognizing the Mike linebacker on the blitz. He hung in there, delivered the pass, and his receiver made a good catch to move the sticks.
First and 10. They line up in an I. Hand off to the right. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. Second and 1. Ball on their own 48. High formation here. Ball is loose. Fumble. The offense falls on it.
There was about 10 things that went wrong for him that time, Coach.
Yeah, about the only thing they didn't do wrong was turn the ball over.
Third down and what they didn't want to get in. This place is starting to get fired up. He's on the run. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. He's taken down at about the 43-yard line. A big gain for the quarterback.
I'll tell you what, guys, this guy's pretty athletic.
Just like you when you played at the old Buckeye Stadium. I don't think this was a design play, but it worked like it was. And you're right. If I'm the coach, I'd let this kid run it more.
They line up in an I. Gives it to the back. And he's taken down around the 19-yard line. And that's their 3rd first down of the drive.
Great blocking and great running equals very successful offense.
And they've looked really good on this drive, Coach. The defense needs to figure out a way to stop them, or else they're going to have no problem putting points on the board.
Give to the tailback. He's brought down in the open field. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. Second and 7. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Well, they run it left, and a nice tackle right there. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Not much at all there for the ball carrier.
Yep, he had a hole, but this senior linebacker closed that up in a hurry and made a really good tackle.
Looks like we're going to have a good game on our hands after 1. Our score here in Blacksburg, Virginia Tech 7, Georgia Tech nothing from the gun. Scrambling around. Looks for a receiver. Touchdown. And did that play ever develop nicely?
Well, it's all about the receiver on this play. He beat his man off the line and then ran a perfect route. All he had to do after that was make the catch.
The extra point to tie this game up. He makes the PAT. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Here's the kick. Across the 30. He's taken down at the 38. He got the team pumped up with that return.
Oh, boy, he sure did. And that's the perfect, beautiful thing about special teams, my friend. It's beautiful.
They must be expecting something up the middle here. They'll work from the shotgun. Hands it to the back. Nice tackle made there to bring him down. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Nice play there on the line of scrimmage by the safety.
Yeah, this freshman does a good job of reading and reacting to the play from his spot in the secondary, and he makes a good tackle.
Here's the run. Got a hold. Brought down at about the 49. That was a pretty good run.
Incredible effort there, running the football by this guy.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 49. One-man backfield. They hand it off again. There he goes. To the 20. To the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. The halfback got the carry and weaved through that defense for a score.
He found some daylight and took off for 6.
And he put a great juke move on the defender on his way to getting into the end zone. What a play.
He makes the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off. At the 32-yard line. I'm not sure what happened, but one of the players is hurt. They'll set up shop at the 32. To the right and tackled immediately. Kirk, they really had nothing going on that run.
I'll tell you what, Brad, it's almost like he ran into a brick wall on that play.
We've got a 2nd and 11. They run it left, and a nice tackle right there. And the halfback's got nowhere to go.
That was the junior that stepped up to make that tackle.
This safety is as vicious a player as you're going to find. He will make the tackle every single time.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He's under pressure. He's to the 40. Now he shows his running ability. And they get a nice gain on 3rd down.
Remember when we talked to the coach? He mentioned that he wanted to run the ball against this defense, and he felt that he may have some success. Well, they had some success on that play.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. And he's stopped behind the line.
This is picture-perfect defense by this corner. Great job of providing run support.
Yep, he wasn't fooled at all by that play, and he really did well to stop him short of the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 14. Ball on the 49. They hand it off again. Down the sideline. Touchdown! The speed that guy has is simply amazing.
My friends, listen up. This guy is so fast that he can turn off the lights and get into bed before it gets dark.
Will be tied with the extra point. And he hits the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it. From the 5-yard line. Across the 30. And he's taken down at the 38-yard line. They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6.
I think they'll continue to pound it out, Brad. This offensive line is doing a great job of blocking, and the running backs are finding all the holes.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. I agree. I think they're going to keep pounding it in there until this defense can stop it.
Not much room there as they hand it off straight up the middle. And he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 38. Defensive line looking to clog that middle. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. And he's tackled at the 49.
I'll tell you, this receiver showed really good hands on that play.
This kid is always calling for the ball, and if he keeps making plays like that, he'll continue to get the ball.
There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. And they get him in the backfield for a loss. That'll be a loss of 1.
Not much going on there. Those kind of plays will not work against this defense. You can be sure of that.
It's 2nd down and 11 to go. Ball on their own 48. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Gets it out to him again. Got a stat for us, Coach?
Why does this stat not surprise me? With that catch, his total yards for the day is over 100.
Keep in mind, we're still in the 2nd quarter, and this kid is putting up these numbers. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Tried to sidestep by there, but a good tackle on the play. The running back gets 2 on the carry. It's 2nd and 8. Ball on the 35-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. This one is incomplete. There was not a soul open there.
He threw into double coverage because it was an obvious passing down, and the defense knew the pass was coming.
The defensive line moves in tight. They line up in the pistol. 3 wide receivers in the formation. He wants the long ball. Tipped away.
Now that's the way to get in there and break up a pass.
And more importantly, Coach, brings up a 4th down situation.
They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt from 52 yards out. The kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Kicks off. Tackle at the 30. The offense dominated the game on the ground during their last drive on their way to a touchdown.
And even though these guys are losing, they showed in their last drive that they can score. And they need to continue to be productive with this drive.
The offense will take over at the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They hand it off. He's taken down around the 36-yard line. And he didn't get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run.
Yeah, good job of wrapping him up there.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Going with the shotgun here. Scrambling around. And he's tackled at the 29-yard line. They complete the long pass that time.
And remember what we talked about. It's extremely important for this defense to stop him here after giving up that big play. This is very important. You don't want that water leak to turn into a flood.
No, you don't.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Gets it out quickly. He's all the way home. Touchdown. Nicely designed play to the wide receiver, and it got him 6.
You said it, Brad, and a good time to call it. I tip my hat to the offensive coordinator.
And there must have been a defensive mix-up on this play because there weren't any defenders near him when he caught that football.
And he hits the PAT. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Georgia Tech ready to kick this one off. And this one's away. Fielded at the 4. Tackle at the 32-yard line. The defense was able to keep them out of the end zone on their last possession, but the offense did pick up 3.
That was really quite a drive they put together on their last time out, Coach.
Yeah, that ball went coast to coast. Let's see if the offense can continue to look good this time out.
Heaves a long one down the middle. He goes up and gets it. They really got beat by the deep pass.
Against man-to-man coverage like that, just a foot race.
And that defensive back had second place written all over him.
They come out with 4 wide out. Throws a strike over the middle. That one worked pretty well.
And it's a good job here by the wide receiver to get open. He created good separation from the defense.
1st down, 10 to go. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Dumps it out left to the running back. The pass good for maybe 7 yards.
Good decision here. Nice dump off. It's only 7 yards, but the offense will take that play every time.
And it's good. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. And it's off. He's to the 10. Tackle made at the 34. We've reached halftime, and we couldn't have asked for a better first half. Our score here in Blacksburg, Georgia Tech 21, Virginia Tech 20. Georgia Tech will be kicking off to start the second half. He got all of that one. And he just got drilled. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll go to work at the 30. First down, 10 yards to go. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Throws incomplete. They got a hand on it. And he did a nice job breaking up that pass.
Well, he did a great job here of not risking a big gain. Instead, he just batted it down.
Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Throws it out right to the running back. He's tackled in the open field. The quarterback really kept his poise under pressure and delivered a pretty nice little ball right there.
Here's a safe play hitting the underneath receiver, but it's a nice gain of 5.
It's 3rd and 5. Ball on the 35-yard line. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. He's looking to pass. Looks over the middle, and it's picked off. And they make the stop around the 42-yard line. Well, that's his first pick of the year, and it could not have come at a better time.
Yeah, he made a great play on the ball. And in a close game like this, that turnover can be very significant.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 42. Here's a handoff, left side. He's into the open field. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
This kid has really looked good on the ground today. Wouldn't you say that, Kirk?
Yeah, I think that last run put him over 100 yards for the day. But forget about the numbers. He's looked very impressive ducking and slashing through the tacklers today.
And he hits the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Decent kick. Taken from the 10. At the 40. And he's tackled at the 40. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. First down, look at the throw. Way to look it in.
I like the fact that the defense is taking away the long ball, but it doesn't help matters if they keep allowing the quarterback to get off those short throws.
There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. And he tackles him hard at the 50. 3-yard gain by the running back.
Not much on that play there. This defensive tackle got in there and made a good play.
Yeah, this kid is only a freshman. He sure doesn't play like one, especially on that play, Kurt.
He just couldn't juke the defender, and he's brought down. He didn't get much, but he got enough for the first down.
Well, that's really all they wanted there was to pick up the first down and get a fresh set of downs and continue to move the ball downfield.
2 tight end set. He goes out of bounds around the 47-yard line.
Come on, I could have made that throw. They're barely making any yards. They need to air it out a little bit more, or they're not going to be able to move the ball consistently.
Like I always say, Coach, anything is better than moving back.
Pulls it in, and he wants more. He tries to juke, but they bring him down.
If this receiver wants to make it to the next level, those are the types of plays he'll have to make.
Absolutely. They love pass catchers that look the ball all the way into their hands and then tuck it away safely.
Offset I formation in the backfield. It's broken up.
Wow, not a smart pass.
He thought he could squeeze it in there. Yes.
Now, the next time he does that, he better be ready to make a tackle. They'll pick him off if he's not careful.
Backfield in an offset I formation. He drops back. And he's going to come up with a sack.
That's what happens when the protection breaks down up front.
Yeah, but, Coach, I think the quarterback has to release the ball quicker, or he's going to get pounded out there.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 23. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Throws out, got his back again. They weren't going to let him score 3 on that play. Looks like we've got an injured player down there. Can't tell who it is yet. So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board. This is a 48-yard field goal attempt. It has the distance, and the field goal is good. Well, that one looked like it was going to be wide, but he put it inside the upright.
Yeah, he squeaked that one in, and he didn't have much more than a couple of inches to spare.
It was close, and the kicker almost had a heart attack, but the ball went through. Pretty nice kick.
Virginia Tech is ready to kick it away. Gathered in at the 6. He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had on their last drive.
This defense needs to use some run blitzes and win some battles over the offensive line. Otherwise, these guys will run on them all day long.
They're using power football, and it's working. I don't think we'll see much of a change on the offensive side of the ball.
Good play by the defense. They broke up the option before it got started.
I'll tell you what, the quarterback has to be more decisive than that. Either get it to the back on the outside or take the ball, find a seam, and cut upfield.
So it's 2nd and 12. Ball on the 28-yard line. They run left, and he'll lose yardage.
I'll tell you what, for a defensive back, this kid is a sure tackler, and he showed it right there.
No question. You can tell these guys are very well coached when you see these kind of tackles.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work. He's knocked out of bounds at the 39. I don't think they expected to get a first down, hence the running call.
Well, I tell you, you never know. That back can scoot and is capable of busting loose.
It's 4th down. The punt team is on the field looking to kick this one away. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. He's to the 20. Across midfield, at the 40, inside the 30, the 10, and he will score.
That's a big momentum shifter that couldn't have come at a better time.
Yep, and that gives them the lead. That's just a great special teams play. An experienced coach would want to run this play.
So they'll go for 2 here and try to go up by a field goal. Ace backfield. They keep it on the ground with a tailback.
This is the right call here, to go for 2.
You're right. They tried to sneak it in on the ground, and the defense was ready for him that time.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends it off. From his own goal line. Across the 30. Tackle at the 34. The offense gets ready to start a new drive as they just couldn't get anything going on their last possession, going 3 and out. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 34. give to the tailback. And they finally push him out at the 33. That was a huge lift.
Brad, you're right. A run like that can really get the momentum rolling.